It's one of the most powerful things you can do, is to take that negativity and to turn it into something creative for you. It's what I did with my book as well. I wrote a book called Skint Estate, which is about living in poverty.
Which is brilliant.
Thank you very much. And I felt like I was treated really badly by society. Maybe I was to some extent. Maybe I wasn't taking responsibility for myself in some ways. But I was filled with a lot of negativity, and I felt looked down upon by society. And what I did was just take that and run with it and try and turn it into something to make a change. And actually what's quite interesting is, although our books are different genres, but the story within it all is about being resourceful, using what you have to make the best life that you can for yourself. But one thing I will say is that, say if you're just about surviving, it's one thing to make things figure-outable when you're really poor.
Yes.
You're using a food bank. You can't afford to send your kid on a school trip.
Right.
Everything's a struggle. Isn't it easy to figure out those kind of things in order to survive? But actually getting beyond that is where it becomes a little bit more difficult, isn't it? Let's say, for example, me 1 year ago in absolute poverty, I could survive, but I couldn't get out of my rut. What are the key things to do to move on from that?
Well, I think one thing that's true in life for all humans is that you can live your life out of your circumstances, or you can live your life out of your vision. And I would always recommend the latter. So having a vision for what's possible for you, it could be about the next test you're going to take. It could be about the next 3 months of your life. It could be about the next year of your life. And it doesn't matter what domain. It could be around your health. It could be around your creativity. It could be around what school you want to go to or what kind of job you want to have. But having a vision of what's possible, that's where the magic comes from. So if something's bubbling up in there, you have a vision of something that's possible, hang on to that. Keep that. Revisit it often. You want to live your life based out of that vision, not out of your circumstance. I know that might sound like a subtle change.
There's a real cynical side of me
Yeah.
that sat here going, yeah, of course, tell that to someone who's struggling to eat. But I will say, there is a truth to it as well.
Yes.
Because I think it's a case of perseverance, isn't it? Like for me, my dream was to be a published author, to have a book. And 20 years ago, I started on that journey, kept the dream in my mind, went through the struggles, kept going through the struggles. The vision was there. Sometimes it got a little bit blurry, but it remained. And then if you keep putting the hard work in, then perhaps it will happen. It just takes a little bit longer.
And also, too, I think it's really important as human beings that we make a clear distinction between what we can control and what we can't. What we can control is our effort. What we can control is our beliefs and our thoughts. What we can control is how we respond to circumstances as they come up. What we can't control, what's going on in the government all the time, right? We can vote, we can do as much as we can.
Participate, yeah.
That's right, but we can't always control it. What's happening around us? You can't always control whether or not you're going to get the job. You can't always control whether that person is going to like you or how they're going to respond to you. But what you can control on the inside and what you can control right here, that is the seed where everything else happens, and that's the root of everything is figure-outable.
So it's an attitude, really.
Absolutely.